Good afternoon, curling fans, and welcome to the women's final of the Crestwood Showdown. We have Team Reese-Hansen playing Team Ueno here. Leads first rock just coming down. Both teams have already practiced, and Ueno is coming into this with the better record. So they got hammer and choice of color, opting for the blue rocks, which they did throw in the round robin on Thursday.
Greetings, everybody. I'm Don Bartlett, joined by Kate Goodhelpson. We're looking forward to a really close game here. Lots of action, hopefully. Center guard early, so that's going to help.
You can tell Don's already commented the game this week because he remembered to introduce ourselves.
Running about 14.5 right now. 15 maybe if you go hard all the way.
Yeah. Been pretty consistent speed throughout the event and lots of late finish, which makes for some fun shots.
Yeah, the more curl you have, the more action you can get. That's the thing about good ice too. The better the ice is, the better the curling is. So ice has been great all week.
Oh yeah. Lots of highlight reel shots. Okay, starting off with lots of rocks in play already, with the center guard going up on that first rock. So
it's tight to the guard. Just touched it. I'm very familiar with Juliana and Kim on Team Reese-Hansen. Mark Johnson coached these girls a couple years back, and I helped Mark out a few times. And girls are just a pleasure to be around. Anything you throw at them, they listen and they use it. Always nice when your players listen to what the coach says.
So that's Juliana McKenzie and Kim Bono, joined by Megan McGillivray and Taylor Reese-Hansen, and they play out of BC, the Victoria Curling Club.
A little far there. No double there, I don't think. It'd be awful thick, awful hard. I guess it is there, but like I say, you'd have to hit it really thick. They'll probably just play a hit and roll.
Yeah.
It's close. Pretty good shot.
Not quite shot from the overhead, but rolls to a good spot.
So they'll try to roll it back again. Yeah, Team Ueno's playing with 3 players. They've been playing with 3 all week. Obviously doing very well. Roll a little bit too far there. Now they're going to try the run back.
Clearing it out, keeping it more simple.
Roll it off now. That's the key too. When you've missed the run back, you got to make sure you roll it all the way off the wings. If you leave a corner, they go around that, and all of a sudden three's in play.
Exactly. This is a big shot here early, and placement is key. Neither team played much to the wings in their practice, so these paths might be a little fresh.
Yeah, that's very important. Anybody listening out there that hasn't been playing for very long, you always got to know what path you're on and what the speed is of that path, and how many rocks have been played down that path. Usually, you'll see the top curlers now. They'll realize that if you've had 2 shots on one path, the third one's going to be really quick. It's going to be quicker than the first 2 for a draw.
Sliding a little deep than what they initially signaled, wanting to be kind of dead even. So this leaves an opportunity for Reese-Hansen to flop in front and put some pressure on.
Yeah.
Or go for the double, which based on that weight call.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to roll a little bit, even if you roll 2 feet. Groups the rocks a little closer together. Like right in the middle. No, they got the double. Very nice. Sticks around out in the weeds.
Yeah, bit of a tricky spot there. The ice started off a little straighter at the beginning of the week, and it's getting a little bit more curl as the weekend has gone on, so sometimes these spots might change on you a little bit.
Yeah, Kate, you played this week. How did you enjoy the event, and what was the ice like?
Ice was great speed. Did notice a little bit that as the event went on, we got a little bit more curl to the wings, or to the middle, sorry, which something you just got to watch out for. Some of those rocks are breaking a little bit harder, and things like rocks that might have been running straight kind of in those spots are finishing up a little bit more. So
like that one right
exactly.
there. Yeah. Yeah, usually on those early in the game, you want to take like middle of the rock and throw it hard.
Exactly.
At least you're going to get contact.
Yeah, looks like it just finished up on them a little bit at the end, more than they were expecting.
There were quite a few international teams here, weren't there?
Yeah, so we have Ueno, who's from Japan. We had a Korean team who was just, Kim, who was just in the semifinal. Unfortunately lost to Team Hebert. And then, of course, in the men's final, we do have Team Hebert, but playing the Gosjens team out of the Netherlands. So.
I'm pretty sure they'll be the Olympic team. The Netherlands, or they have to qualify.
They're going to the qualifiers. So spent a couple events here in Canada, kind of training for that. So that should be an exciting event as well.
Yeah, and the Canadian Olympic trials, watching a few games.
I think that's going to be capturing the attention of a lot of Canadian curling fans for the next week.
And my dark horse, and it's funny to say this, but I think Brad Guzer is going to be very tough to beat. They've had a horrible year to start. They're 10-10, but they've only played 4 events, but they have been practicing a lot. I've been talking with Brendan Botcher, and they are really putting in the time in.
Well, even just from the first couple draws here, they seem to be playing pretty well, and of course they have a wealth of experience on that team.
Yeah,
so.
oh yeah. Last I looked, he was 97 playing 8. So, and Kevin Cooey was playing really well too. He was 96, I think.
Yeah, no, it's always, the trials are so much fun because you see everyone kind of.
Yeah, so I just heard that Guzer was 99 after 8. He had a hit and roll in 8, a beautiful hit and roll. Set up his deuce.
Some pauses in the commentary in the morning game and a little bit in this one as we check the scores of the trials as well.
down toward a blank here. One rock in play after early action.
Yep. This is Ueno skips first, so still a couple rocks to come, but kind of I'd looking to roll to the middle, I'd assume, to make those kind of bring it back in play, force a miss, and then if anything, put it in a spot where it might be harder for. I know they're going to look to stay in the wings. Sorry, I'm losing track of my teams.
Yeah, roll to the outside and don't give them much ice to stick around. You might get a throw through blank. Close to a nose.
Yeah.
Now, conversely, Kim will try, or
Reese-Hansen.
Reese-Hansen will try to roll to the middle, make the roll out 6 feet.
Yeah.
Any of you young curlers out there, try to get yourself a really good coach that has played a lot, knows the game, knows how to deal with people. That's very important. Beautiful roll there, but out in the wings. So sometimes it makes it a little tougher. You think we only got a short way to go, but
Again,
if you turn it a bit, you might nose it. If you flare it a bit, might flash it down the high side.
Yeah. We saw Ueno throwing on the other wing, kind of outside, and it curled more than they expected. So
she's probably going to have some weight on this one. Didn't set it much. But she's looking good.
A blank end. Finish the first end here in this women's final of the Crestwood Showdown. No update on the men's side yet, as they're still in the, I think, just finished up thirds rocks. They're in there first, so.
I was watching Reese-Hansen's practice here, coming home, and this is the shot they threw. All their rocks they threw in this spot here, so they should have a good grasp on the weight in the line.
Looked like it was running about 15 seconds to tee line for them in this spot. So really good speed.
Be perfect. That's a good distance from the house. You don't want to get too tight because they can hit roll in later on. You don't want it too high because then any rock buried will basically not be buried. There should be lots of room. She flared it a little out.
Based on where Ueno was taking the broom in their practice, they were throwing most of the turn side versus Reese-Hansen on this side. It looks like this might be the straighter side, so something to watch out for. But definitely finishing in there nicely for them.
A nice spot for the rock to be. Fighting top four is usually really good, half on the 4 foot, something like that. You don't want it much higher than that because then it's almost like 2 guards.
So this is still in a usable spot, something that's probably promotable later in the end, but still leaves a pretty big scoring area for Reese-Hansen at the moment.
Line's a little tight. Oh, great sweeping to get that one by. Very nice. They got to the inside too. You always want to try to get to the inside of the rock. Makes it more dangerous for the other team. And then they can't get to the inside a lot of times, so. I'm guessing this is the skip's sister. Is that correct? Do you know?
Not sure, but I guess we could.
Same last name.
Yes, exactly.
So, guessing.
But, so that throwing is Ueno.
Trying to get this by, but it's going to be just touching, I believe.
Yeah.
So that's a bit of a mistake there. Anytime the other team bounces off, it's a bit of a mistake. Yeah. Playing with Pat Ryan back in the day, way back in the day, early 80s. Anytime the other team would miss, Pat would always say, make them pay, make them pay. So that was always our saying when the other team missed.
Yeah.
If you don't make them pay, then there's no pressure. But if every time you make a mistake and the other team jumps on you, that adds pressure.
Yeah, especially in a game early like this, it's really important to capitalize on those misses. Big opportunity here for Reese-Hansen. Juliana McKenzie going hard for line.
Yeah, this is really cool. Oh, on the guard. Now, definitely didn't make them pay.
Nope.
They still have their red rock in a pretty good spot.
They do manage to push the blue to the third shot.
I always look at too when I'm playing or if I'm watching, which color would I rather be right now? And if you want to be the other team's color, then you've got to make 2 or 3 really good shots in a row to flip it around.
So that's Asuka Kanai, who's throwing the third or middle stones, I guess you could say, for Team Ueno.
And the big thing on this shot is just lie 3 in the ring somewhere. It doesn't really matter what happens, where all the rocks go. You're lying 3-1, and you have the hammer halfway through the end. You're looking really good. You could also peel the guard. That's another option they're not really looking at.
It's going to be hard to get to the inside of that red, so you can move that without clipping too much of the blue, based on where that guard position is.
That's what they were just talking about there. Just tap it around, right? Just stay in front of that red one. Pump the blue one back.
Yeah. How much it's finishing across the center line, a good kind of board control weight.
Oh, they finally come to appeal the guard. Okay. That's what I always tell the teams that I coach. Like, if you have the hammer and you've got them 2-1 in the rings, peel the guard. Every single time, peel the guard, especially in an even end. Especially if you're up 1. Tied, you might have a bit more of an option, but if you're up 1.
Looks like this one's floating on them.
This is not going to hit the guard. But a pretty good result. You've got 2 rocks in the rings. You have the hammer. And they can't take both yours out.
Looks like it's really close between who's sitting like 1, 2, 3. Based on my view of the overhead, I'd think blue's sitting 1, red's second. But
And right now it doesn't really matter. Like this is still early. Like I notice a lot of junior teams. They always want to hit shot rock. Just don't even worry about shot rock till thirds rocks, really. Especially if you've got a really good hitting back end. But Rachel's so good. Her and Tracy can hit so good. Oh, they're taking
error here.
Yeah, they're taking turns missing now all of a sudden.
The one thing that playing this week we noticed about the ice is it can be pretty release sensitive in some of these spots, especially on hits. So any sort of kind of backwards motion on maybe a straighter side and they'll just run for you. But if you ever get it going, it'll really go. So
you get penalized both ways.
Yeah.
And I like ice like that. Like you shouldn't be able to just lob it out there and make all your shots. You should be release sensitive.
Looking at something a little more aggressive here. He knows that side rud one. It does leave a double for Reese-Hansen.
And that's a tough shot, too.
Yeah.
Like you can't see much of it. Like it's just edge on end almost.
Would leave Reese-Hansen the opportunity to potentially make that double and roll behind the center. So. Looks like they're playing a tap split.
Yeah, the big thing on this shot is try not to set up a double. Because wherever these two rocks end up, as long as they're both in the rings, no double, you're looking good. It's interesting to see how teams get out of trouble, too. Some teams like playing the doubles, run backs to get out of trouble. Some teams like to draw a forefoot to get out of trouble. Close, a little high, but very nice. Line 2, beautiful shot.
Yep. Very nice finesse shot.
Yeah, will they take that on the double and try for the roll? I don't think you can jam on that back red one. You might be able to.
Yep. This is one where the weight's going to be really critical to make sure you have the right weight to move them around enough, but also not have your shooter roll too far if they take on that double.
This might be the prudent shot here. Even if you kill your back one, get the roll inside.
Looks like they're calling a forward-like weight.
For what you were saying, this might curl out in the wings here. Be careful.
There it goes.
Yeah.
Rolling out. Just kind of jumped on them there. They were off of it early. Could even be something as simple as a little bit of frost too in that path.
Yeah.
Again, no one had the broom out that wide in their
Yeah.
practice.
So unless Reese-Hansen team makes a really good shot, this should be a 2 for blue. And you'd like to hit and roll behind the center guard, but that back red one's actually hurting you now.
Yeah. Ueno looking to split the rings.
One thing to remember too, if you're fairly new to curling, it's almost always quicker going to the sides. They will count on 2 or 3 feet.
Yeah, you definitely noticed that this week as well. This is really moving on them. They might. Looks like they're almost over curling.
Yeah, it looks like it, eh?
Yep. Over curled on them at the end there. So Reese-Hansen sitting second with an opportunity for a nose hit to probably still sit too.
Yeah, nose hit would be really good here. But there's not much room for error. If it curls a bit, you jam, all of a sudden it's 3. And until you roll it out, it's going to be 2. Really curling. She shoots it by. Pretty good shot, actually.
Almost edge on edge with the guard there.
Probably the better shot. Rolls to the outside, keep in front of the other team's rock. Still lots of possibilities on this end yet. Could be a steal, could be 2 blue. 1 blue, obviously. Always nice when you don't know what's going to happen and it's late in the end. But it all depends on who makes a really good shot or somebody makes a boo-boo. That's a roll. Very nice.
Very nice shot there. You know it's close when you hear the on-off all the way down the sheet.
That's a perfect roll, actually, because now very good possibility of a jam if you're not careful.
Looking for that down weight again to not roll too far, but also be able to clear your one in the back.
Can you lie 2 here if you hit this right? I think you can.
I think so. It looks like they're calling kind of one of those, based on the broom, a board weight at this one. There's a good distance
Yeah, you got
between
a long way
those
to
2
roll.
rocks, yeah. Based on how the Ueno rock to the wings on the other side curled, we might see some movement here, so.
You got to be careful you don't roll to a double either.
On it pretty early.
Looking pretty good. Very nice roll.
Great shot by Taylor Reese-Hansen there. And still a piece tucked behind that center guard.
And so they got a few options here. They can hit, but if you hit, you're pretty well hoping for a miss. And we would almost never play for the other team to miss. You got to play that the other team's going to make their shots. Well, freeze is probably your best bet here. Freeze or even come around top 4. How's your shot, Rock?
Looks like they're opting for a soft weight hit. I think I saw the signal to try and flop under.
But there should be enough room, and the way it curls.
It's deep enough, though, with enough finish that Taylor Reese-Hansen could probably still get to a corner freeze and sit shot around it.
Yeah.
Opening up the broom a hair.
We'll watch the release here. I'm right behind this one. Pretty good. Hair wide, if anything, but a lot of weight. So curl a bit. At the nose, little roll. So nose hit, and they're forced. Yeah, you hate missing shots like this. You played a great end. You've got them forced. You had them forced really halfway through the end, really. After they had a chance to get their two, and they missed it. Set up their two. Hit this one on the nose. There's no steal here unless the other team misses a bad shot. Make sure you stay. Curling.
On it right out of her hand.
She's by the top one, but how far is she going to roll? And that's a bad miss.
Opportunity for two here for Ueno.
Yeah.
That same spot where that draw to the wing curled there, so we're seeing lots of movement.
Yeah. Won't be happy with that. Ueno with the last shot in two. Wide open hit for her deuce. Pretty good. Should be right on the nose. Very nice.
Solid hit. And two for Ueno to go up 2-0 in this women's final. And after Hebert was forced in the first and the men's final, Vosjins has a very similar shot to Ueno for his two.
Right on the nose for two for Goskins.
Yeah, so they also go up 2-0 in the men's final.
2-1.
Oh, 2-1, sorry, yeah.
Yeah. So to start this third end, Ueno was elected to draw it into the house. Hansen says, okay, it's a good chance to blank this end perhaps, so let's hit this one. Ueno might have put up like you see a lot of teams will put up a guard there. Because even if the other team gets 2, you've got even ends early in the game.
Wonder if they had only been up 1, if they would have thrown that center guard.
Yeah.
2 was kind of their threshold.
Yeah, some teams like to keep it clean when they got the lead. Some teams like to pedal to the metal. All depends on what you're comfortable with.
Reese-Hansen this week has often been opting for the delayed corner, so kind of moving that first rock out of the center and then throwing their corners.
Yeah, so she'll want to hit this one on the nose. All depends on your team too, what you like to do. Like when I was playing with Glenn Hansen and Doug and Georgie, we would play the 7th end 1 up. And we kept doing like a lot of teams would do, put up a center guard, try to force the other team. But we kept forcing them to 3 or 4. So we said, okay, that's not our strategy, obviously. So we would go in the rings, and if the other team wanted to blanket, we were good with that. We didn't mind being 1 up without coming home. So all depends on what you're comfortable with. The other team still had to make that last shot to blank the end too. A lot of times they would bonk it, and all of a sudden now you're tied with.
Nice corner guard there. Throwing up the center. Depth and placement's going to be important on this one to try and avoid leaving Reese-Hansen kind of the hit and flop behind their corner there.
Yeah, you got to get the good line and the good weight here on this one. Leave it too high, they could actually reach to it if they wanted to.
Sliver over curled.
You can come at it both ways too if you want to play the freeze. You can also go around the corner guard. That's an option too.
Looks like they're playing the chase here. Opportunity to try and roll behind your corner and kick the blue stone out of the 4-foot. Even if you don't remove it, just kind of rearrange.
Yeah, that's the thing that a lot of people don't realize. Like, you don't have to take that rock out. Just move it around. And
really moving on them here.
maybe on the front one.
Yeah. Looks like doesn't. Oh. Our camera crew is saying it's going to be in. I'm slightly skeptical, but I guess we'll find out if they put the stick to it at the end. That's the hard part with the overhead sometimes, is they're right over the buttons here.
Well, they don't seem worried about it yet. That's an important thing to do too. Like before you play a big event, take the biter bar out and check the rings.
Something I like to do too is even on those ones where it's really close on the measure or to see whether they're in or not, just take a look at the pin, see if the rings are off.
Exactly. And I'm pretty sure I am one of the worst at deciding if it's in or out or who shot. No clue. Just wasn't my forte.
No. That's where you get your second or third opinions.
Yeah. Everybody's got a person on the team that's really good at it. I wouldn't even go into the conversation.
Does leave a piece open on the outside there.
Pretty good release. Only by right now. All depends on how much it's going to finish. Good. You want to roll this one big if you can. There you go.
Very nice shot by Kim Bono.
So right now, I would rather be red. Especially if that one on the edge is in, like our
Taking
cameraman
another look
says.
at it.
They're looking at it. You'll see some players too, they would say they'll look at that and it's just loud enough for the other team to hear, oh, I'm pretty sure that's in. A little bit of gamesmanship. So then they'll come running over and have a look at it.
Yeah.
Maybe it isn't.
Put the seed of doubt in.
This is at the nose right now.
Yeah. Looking for they were looking for a little bit more of a flop, but
Yeah, who gets that roll first is going to be big to this end.
especially with where the rock is now, you'll be rolling to a nice depth.
Yeah, sometimes you roll and it's right behind the button and is that good or bad? Like it's mostly bad, but every now and then if they miss, all of a sudden then it's a 3 for you.
Exactly. On it early.
That's way out there right now. Got a nice quiet weight. Trying to make it move. It's moving.
Yeah, it's walking.
Too far.
Yeah.
Go too far. As long as you stay in the rings. Big thing.
Still managed to roll at least half tucked, just under half tucked behind that corner guard. So
making them shoot, that's the key. Don't give the other team a wide open hit.
Yeah.
At least work for it. Shout out to all our fans from Japan who are watching. Close to that guard. Oh, by
what a nice
nothing.
sweep by
Great sweep.
Sukaknai. Great sweep there.
We've got to see the replay on that one, apparently.
Oh, yeah. Just by.
By nothing. 2 sheets of paper.
There we go. Great sweep there. Reese-Hansen taking a little bit more ice than Ueno did for a very similar shot.
Yeah, they a little more ice, a little less weight, and try to get the roll in. This is way out there. roll behind the middle, maybe. Or roll out. I think it's going to roll out. That changes things. Now they're going to have a look again and see if that's in or not.
Yeah. Early in the end, didn't look too much at it, opting to come around that center again, trying to kind of force more play. Here you take a second look at it. Yeah, they seem to think it's out. I'd be tempted to hit at this point if you're confident
if
it's
there's
in
any
or
doubt.
Yeah. Checking to see if the rings are off, how they compare to the back line there. So must be really close.
Yeah. Well, yeah. This is an important shot here. Now, if they can get this one buried, got the steal or a force in play.
On it early.
Definitely not heavy. That's for sure. This is really curling. Yeah, that's way late.
Not the way to miss that one.
Yeah, with the stagger guards now, he gets this one in, and they've got nothing to raise to get it out. Hopefully we can have a measure on that one. See how close it, yeah. Like you can see a lot of white from that angle, but is it 100% level, right? As the camera angle.
Yeah, they do have a bit of a fisheye, so.
She can make this one. It's probably going to be 2, maybe 3 if they missed their last one.
Reese-Hansen team definitely has a little bit more of an outward motion or set to their releases than the Ueno team.
Oh yeah.
This one's really hanging
It's
on
taking
Taylor.
its time. And it's not light either. Gonna go way too deep.
Yeah, clocked a 14 on that one to the back 12, so it's pretty quick out there.
Yeah.
Opportunity here for Ueno to have that force.
Yeah, anything buried. Top 4, full 8. She's probably looking at a high 14, low 15 for this draw. I think I always tried to do is try to draw biting top 8. Have that in your mind. And then use your sweepers to take care of the rest. Just throw outside and light. Just think outside and light. Especially how powerful the sweepers are now.
Exactly. Clocked a 14-1 on that one, so very similar to the time Taylor threw.
There's a bit of space if they can map it.
Looks like Taylor is opting to throw the draw first. And
Yeah,
third, yeah, third motion to potentially playing a tap, but yeah.
The angle run is definitely there. It's just you miss it, you're down 3 is the problem.
Yeah.
Later in the game, same score, you might play that. 7th end, say.
Just same shot she just threw, can make the adjustment, get her one.
Well, that's almost a rock over buried, so it's going to be if they do play a tap, it would be really tough. It's way out there, so they're not playing that shot. They're on the guard still. Now they're by. Good shot.
Good adjustment. That's a single point for Taylor Reese-Hansen in the 3rd end. So they are down 2-1, playing 4. There's 1 rock left to come for the 3rd end of the men's final. We'll take a quick break before we start the 4th end here. We're back in the 4th end of this women's final here at the Crestwood Showdown. And Reese-Hansen opting to put up the center guard on their first. Ueno coming around and now playing the freeze. Following it down. A little bit shorter than what they wanted, but
That's not bad. It's always, anytime you have your rock in front of the other team's rock, they can't really get rid of it. It's not bad. You'd want to have it frozen, obviously, but it's a good spot for it.
and an update in the men's final. Gaussians with a steal of 5 in the 3rd end to go up 7-1 against Hebert.
This end's starting out like a lot of ends will start out, a bunch of freezes, and then you wait for whoever bounces first, and then the other team takes advantage of it. Blue's looking really good so far. They got a nice angle on the top one.
Yeah.
Red has no access to it, so they're going to have to be patient and freeze for a bit.
You definitely see nowadays when teams throw up that center, it's a bit of a race to the middle to see who can get the best angles.
Pretty good here, lots of room. Beautiful shot. Now they're going to do something with the guard here. Either straight peel or run it into the mess. No, straight peel, I guess.
Open it up.
Oh, are they going to put up another guard, or are they going to move rocks around? Still pretty early. Oh, she's going to hit something.
Looks like they're just trying to pick the blue out in the middle there.
I guess if you missed the blue one, you just hit the red one onto the blue in the back. Yeah, that's a very nice shot.
Very good shot.
Now you've got the angles. All about angles in the ring. That's the key. You want to have rocks lined up so you hit something, you can get rid of one or two of their rocks. Possibility she can make the double instead of two here. It'll be very precise. Big thing is here is you want to have two of your rocks go around after this shot.
Looks like it's floating back on them.
Oh,
very nice shot,
very
Ueno.
nice. Two great shots in a row. Actually, both four great shots in a row. So she's elected to bail here and freeze that back line. Then you're bringing three into play if things don't go well. A little wide right now on this double attempt. Not sweeping it at all. This is, yeah, bringing it about a half a rock. The good news is Ueno's got a rock right on the center line, so doubles will be easier, or hits and rolls instead of a double for later. Team's got a rock on the 12-foot. They have the hammer and they're drawing the other side. You're in big trouble.
Oh, yeah.
A couple of good hits and rolls. Not get out of this yet. Thor thinks it's a little heavy.
Yeah. The slide's too deep. It gives Reese-Hansen an out here.
She's definitely behind the tee line.
And bring it as deep as you can. Make the angle as steep as
Yeah,
possible.
it's a pretty steep angle, that's for sure. So they'll probably hit and roll, yeah. Roll in front of it.
Yeah.
Curling's like chess on ice. You have to be patient. Don't have to win all the battles. Make a couple of good ones late.
an opportunity here to get out of some trouble.
He's close. Shot. A little bit further, but should be a double on the next shot. Good news that, like that red rock that's out of the rings is out far enough that something jams on it, it's not going to be in the rings. A little bit. That sets up the double. This is their chance to get out of the trouble that they're in. One shot from Skipper and change the end around a bit. Definitely out there a bit. Big set. I don't think it's going to curl too much. That was missed on release. Too much of a set. Okay to set the rock if you give the ice for it, but if you're giving the ice for more of a straighter release, pop it out, you almost have no chance of making it. This is what I was talking about earlier. They can really split the rings now. Even if you don't get them lined up perfectly, you've got like 7, 8 feet apart. Tough to make a double. That was their chance there. They had one chance to get out of it. And now it's looking like a 2. Okay, I got an interesting question for you. Played in a lot of big games.
Yeah.
Can you remember one shot that you had to play that you were most nervous for? Just one stick out? Like,
first one that comes to mind would have been probably my last shot in the 2017 Canadian Junior Final. I had just come up short on my first one, a draw, and the second one, the only thing going through my mind was don't miss. I made the adjustment though.
Yeah, that's good.
But no, definitely ones where you gotta take a breath.
Yeah.
But
That's a nice shot there.
pretty experienced teams here though, so especially in a cash event like this for points and money, it's a little easier to kind of control those nerves.
Yeah,
and,
oh yeah.
you know, Reese-Hansen's had a great season, making the final in the curlers corner at the Okotoks earlier this year, which is a pretty big event. So.
Yeah. I found that every big game that I was in, I was nervous, and I loved it and I hated it. You hate being nervous that your knees are shaking, and you know, but it showed me I was ready. I was into it.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't go away. It would be the whole game.
Just learn how to manage it instead.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
That's the key.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with being nervous as long as you know how to manage it.
Exactly. Probably a good thing too, to an extent, right? You're in it. So.
Yeah. Well, she's going to hit and hope. One of these shots where you got nothing else, but hope the other team rolls out.
Yeah.
But the way the ice is now, and the sweeping, and an open hit, 15, 20 years ago, it wouldn't be automatic. It's pretty well automatic now. Tim's a draw with a 4-foot. see what kind of weight she throws at this one. What do you think with that ice?
Looks like ice for kind of in and around a 10, 11 second takeout here, which is what we've been seeing kind of both teams opting for. A little bit easier to control
This should be
and
right on the
manage.
nose. The way
Yeah.
this weekend. 9-7, yeah.
A good 2 for Ueno going into the 5th end, up 4-1 over Reese-Hansen. Looks like both teams are opting to take a quick little break here, so we will be back in just a few minutes.
I didn't get food quick enough. Big mistake. Start of the 5th end here. Ueno's decided to go into the rings. Being up 3. Reese-Hansen will probably put up 2 corner guards now, I would think.
A little bit more aggressive to start this end with the straight corner.
being down 3, you have to be a little bit more aggressive. Two, you almost for sure need a deuce at least here. Game half over. Ueno's calling this one to be top ring, I believe.
Get a nice stack in the middle. And staggered in a way that it might jam if Reese-Hansen tries to play any sort of double and roll, but opting to go straight around. Very good. Oh. Great come around there. Good setup for Reese-Hansen. Ueno opting to stack the middle, make it harder for Reese-Hansen to deal with, which you don't need to do right away, but definitely something that you need to consider later in the end. The fact that they're staggered does leave a little bit of an out. Reese-Hansen could eventually draw to the back 4-1 if need be, but...
I was watching Kui and Guju at the trials before this game started, and what they were both doing was that corner guard, they would play like a quiet weight tap. So open up the back rock and roll to the middle. Both teams are doing that. That's something fairly new this year, I believe. Normally you would try to go around that corner and take that rock away. Or do this and lie way down the middle.
Seen a couple times where when teams are a little bit more up than this, kind of playing the corner guard tick, which I think is influenced by mixed doubles, hunting it into the middle so it can be hit later.
Yeah.
So.
I think you might see that changed to mixed doubles going forward, maybe. Something that takes away from offense. Yeah, they try to eliminate that. You want rocks in play. You don't want defense. You want all sports. You want lots of offense. Funny how the best defense usually wins over the best offense.
Oh.
Fortunate there. The guard and took your own rock out. So yeah, this is a bit of a quandary. You don't see this very often. Looking really good. Like, what do you do? You could peel one of the guards, or you stay aggressive. You've decided to go aggressive.
The placement on this rock's going to be important. Not leave the double.
Yeah.
But if you're not making it perfect, if it's still kind of only a quarter tucked and maybe top 8, if Reese-Hansen does end up playing a hit and roll to the middle, you'll have something of your own to run in.
Yeah, if you're Reese-Hansen, you're glad they're playing this. Like, you know, you're not looking good right now, but you need rocks to play. But you have to make some great shots. That's why all the years I played with Kevin, we were lucky to have Walchuk at third because he could change things around real quick. One double, one raise double, hit and roll. All of a sudden, all the rocks that were guarding their rocks are now guarding your rocks. Yeah, they can make the hit and roll now. They can't get that. They can't take your rock out really. You'd have to make a run back, double run back. I don't like hitting now. You see a lot of teams they're down 3-4 and they're hitting. Like to me, it's no hitting till thirds rocks. You don't like a rock where it is, tap it around.
They did.
Go ahead.
They did motion to potentially play like a tap on that top 8-1 and roll back towards their corner, even if they punted it to the back 8.
Yeah, I would not be hitting right here on the guards. You've got to hit and roll both ways. Go behind the corner, go out the middle.
Almost caught that back one removed too.
Yeah. Good news is you've got a thin double right now. If they guard where they're putting it, that's going to be your guard. But you have to make a really good shot. And if they go guard, you can go around the guard and freeze to their back one and wait till later and make a run back or tap, get your loose. You're still in a situation where you don't see very often. You're line 2 and shooting, and the other team has a hammer. They have no rocks in the rings. That's.
I think kind of what they motioned would be like my first column was put it back where they had it. So that's in a dangerous spot for Reese-Hansen. It forces them to move it, but
It's got to be tight. Yeah, that's too far. If they that guard, you want this tight, even biting.
yeah, nibbling the 12-foot.
Then Reese-Hansen has to roll into the rings with that. They're going to hit, roll into the rings with that rock, and get something buried somewhere. Like I say, we didn't usually like to hit till third rocks behind. Basically, you dig yourself a hole, and then you dig yourself out of it. Still a 3 available. You might not think so, but make a couple of really good shots. You've got lots of guards.
Little high, but makes that draw path a little bit harder.
Make a little quiet hit and roll here. Make a hit and roll freeze. You can make a hit and roll right behind the center guard.
Got some room here.
Key on this shot is you throw the weight where you can't roll out of the rings. That's the key. You hit it super thin, it's still going to stick around.
We've seen lots of movement to this side of the sheet all game, so
This is really cool. Guard.
gonna stick around.
You see them ignore that and go around. Yeah, they're still in big trouble. You've got to make shots when you're down and get the opportunity. You got to make a shot.
Tolerance for error definitely goes down. The
key is to learn too. Like, I played for 50 years, and I was still learning things up until the day I quit. Like, it's forever learning. Now with all the rule changes, you can learn even more.
how much the strategy has changed since they introduced the
yeah.
5-rock rule, the no-tick rule, and then even what they're testing out at the slams with only 1 blank and no extra ends. So
It definitely changes the last 3 ends. That's
Oh,
for sure.
yeah.
Even early, like you really can't blank early in the game because you don't have to take your 1.
Yep.
You got to save your blank for later. One thing I don't like about it is it makes 8 a lot less exciting. Because a lot of teams will, if they're down 1 width, they'll just keep it open.
Yep.
Take their 1 and go for the draw, unless the other team misses early.
The slid too deep there for Ueno, giving Reese-Hansen a bit of an out.
Yeah. I don't know why they're hitting this. Draw. If you can hit to a spot or draw to a spot, you might as well draw to the spot. Okay, that's what they're doing now.
Yeah.
Way out there right now. Good heavy, gonna roll to the open. Yeah.
Rolling to sit second, but opportunity missed there.
Decide, do we hit that one or do we go where they're going to go?
This is really kind of putting the pressure on Reese-Hansen here. Hitting still gives them more opportunities to get 1 in there in a good spot, but coming up top 4 makes the draw a lot harder.
Yeah. Reese-Hansen hopes for a mistake now, that you can make a double or something on the wings, something like that. Always ask yourself too, okay, if I don't shoot, what are they going to do? Then usually you do that. Going hard on it.
That guard is looking real close.
Yeah, she softened it too.
Yeah.
Light and tight. Other than that, it was good.
They chapped off the guard a little bit, so it does make the draw on a slightly wider path.
So they've got the option of taking that blue one, I guess. But can you just draw 1 in there?
Opting to play the hit and roll. Changing your mind.
They do have a red guard that's high up there. Might on their last one make a run back. So you want to get 1 lie 2 here. Maybe have a run back for 3, or at least 2. Gotta get shot rock here first.
Yep.
Big shot here for Reese-Hansen and 7, or 5. Fifth end. Got it out there. Got a lot of curling to do.
Yeah.
A lot of curling to do. Nose hit about,
Hitting it
it's a
high
high
side.
side even.
Uh-oh. Based on the overhead, it looks like they are sitting second, but
Yeah, she makes this come around. There's definitely danger bay. Yeah, you could hit that one and roll in a bit. They wouldn't have much.
looks like the broom's down for the draw, so maybe they're talking about if it's hanging out there, they do have the opportunity to kind of wick off of it. So, especially considering the last one was missed on the light over curl. So.
She makes this one. Could be ball game, really. 6-1. One thing I noticed too, what you see on TV as compared to what you see live, makes the hole look smaller on TV. The hole's always smaller on TV. Looking at that, the hole there down the middle.
Yeah.
Maybe a hole. On TV, it doesn't look like there is one, but
No, well, even sitting here looks tight.
is it tight? Well, the line's pretty good.
Yeah. We're playing that little rub off of the red.
They got. Yeah,
Sit in a really good
big
spot.
trouble now.
Yeah, Reese-Hansen's going to have a tough one here.
Let's play the same shot, maybe. Or can she play the raised triple?
Oh, let's take a look at these angles. Yeah, I don't think that hole's there.
Is the raised triple there? Is that an option?
I mean, you can clear that center guard, but it's... I think this is the...
Can you get by that raise there at all? Or is the second rock in the way?
No, it's there. Yeah. So you could get to that one, but I think this is,
Take your one and hope.
yeah, the higher probability of the make here. They've thrown down this path a couple times,
They should
so.
know the line, yeah. The way it curls, if you miss that red rock, you still should be able to get in there. But the weight has to be perfect. The line is ballpark. You're definitely by the guard.
Looks like they're playing for the rub now. Threw like
Really gotta
a
play
soft hack weight at it.
It just doesn't finish. You should get a
And
one.
oh, really nice shot by Taylor
Very
Reese-Hansen
nice,
for her
yeah.
one.
After 5, as I would say, 4-2 Chicago. Actually 4-2 Ueno over Reese-Hansen.
Going into the 6th. Update on the men's final. Their skips each still have one left, but in the 5th end, the score is 7-2 for Team Gosjens over Team Hebert.
sixth end action here. The ladies final at the Crestwood Bonspiel. Watching the ladies Olympic trials last night. There were a lot of steel twos. So this is what Reese-Hansen is hoping for.
Just a little shy of that center line on the center guard there.
On these come rounds when you're up points with the hammer, sometimes you don't want to bury it. Just get it half, quarter buried. Because if you fully bury it and then the other team freezes on top of it, you can't take it out. But if you leave it half open, you freeze to it, you might be able to blast.
Depth is pretty important on these ones too, so still an opportunity.
And that's like another guard right now, actually. So you put another guard up here now. You get three center guards. It's looking good early for Reese-Hansen.
Especially if they can grab the center line on this one. Takes or makes the tick on the tight one, if that was ever an option, a lot harder, so because I had never grabbed the center line. Comes for Ueno's hanging out there. Managed to finish it up, but an opportunity for Reese-Hansen to come down to it, maybe kick it back just a hair.
Yeah, this is a big shot here. She can, even if freeze right to it, it's a really good shot. Tap it to back forefoot is really nice. So back button, it's just touching the back of the pipe. Don't want to bounce off is a big thing here. Lots of room right now. Hasn't got its curl yet.
I can hear them calling back four through the glass, so want to get a solid chunk of it to not roll too far.
That's okay, not great. So now they're going to peel some guards, or they're going to hit and roll in. Hit and roll in is a really good shot if you make it.
Seen a couple of those kind of quiet weight hits down here, but team coming down to discuss. Hit and roll is a really great shot if you make it, but my instinct would almost be to play the double peel. Just keep it simple for you the rest of the end.
Which one, the red?
Yeah.
Red double. Good thing for Reese-Hansen, there's a lot of distance between those two rocks, but there is a really good angle. Always the dilemma. if you just peel the top one. It'll take them a couple of rocks to actually get you in trouble. Would freeze another one in there probably now. Or stick another guard up.
Oh, and a timeout.
Definitely a timeout, yeah.
This is where we wish we could have the players mic'd.
Yes, yeah. I always loved the timeouts. I always loved listening to the strategy and what's everybody thinking. Reed Carruthers does a really good job with Team Anderson. Pretty well tells them the whole, okay, this is it. 14 and a half, back eat weight, 4 inches of ice. Like, he gives them everything, really. Really good.
Sometimes too in these big games, it's nice to have the coach come out and just kind of help calm any nerves that might be there. Maybe point out some things that you've been missing either with the sheet or maybe a little technical cue here or there to be reminded of. So.
Some teams would have a sports psychologist as their coach, so not really knowing the strategy so much, but I talked to a bunch of them and they say there's always one person that's the key. And then they're usually very calm. And when you go out there and they're not calm, you know there's trouble, right?
Yeah.
My calm person's not calm. Okay, I've got some work to do here.
Kick it into high gear, make a couple more shots.
Yeah.
Opting for, looks like ice almost for the single peel.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because you're looking really good in the rings, really. You don't really want to mess too much around. They're going to either replace the guard or come in, freeze to their own maybe, or freeze to the top blue one.
Kick that back with just a little bit of an angle. Get a bit of a Christmas tree on those 2 reds behind the 1 blue.
Yeah.
And creating a little bit more space for their other stones.
All about setting up. Kevin was really good. He would always play the game backwards, play the end backwards. Okay, what do I want to see when it's my shot's coming up? What am I looking for? So he would always, if we were trying to steal, you always want to get them behind the tee line early. And slowly, because they're going to blast. The other team's going to blast. Right? All the rocks that are in the way, they're going to be gone because the other team's going to hit them. That's a mistake.
On the top one, but
Those hit now, you can get rid of 3 of those rocks.
you definitely clip that blue one on the top button, but that's not the worst thing in the world at this point if you're Ueno.
No, if you hit this on the nose, 3 rocks go away, you're pretty happy.
Less for Reese-Hansen to use as well, so. And probably, especially with, it's still above the tee line, but kind of with how deep it is, you don't need to move it far to get shot over top of it. So I'd almost be going to clip that blue one out, as you call it.
Yeah, just, like I say, just 7/8. Stay right there pretty well. Kill both reds. Run the red into the reds too. That's another option. Gets rid of the center guard and one of the reds for sure if you're close.
Even if you only kill one, it's not a bad option.
There's no center guard. Like if you have the hammer and there's no center guard, there we go. We've got to it.
Yeah. Just need to make sure you
kill the shooter.
And then one of the ones in the house, or at least move them out of those positions.
Get rid of 2 red rocks here. Looking very good for them. Beautiful shot. And the smiles are out. Very nice.
Yeah, we got a replay there.
Could be the shot of the game now. A good call, too. The guard was close enough that wasn't that hard of a pass to hit. There wasn't one of the two rocks that were in the rings. Now there should be no steal. The only way there's a steal now is if you miss a shot. You should be up 3 minimum after this end if you're Ueno. I'm not sure if I like this call. You need a steal here. The horse is not really that good.
Ueno definitely would be happy even with a force here.
Oh yeah.
Being up 3.
You're gonna have the hammer. You're gonna have the hammer playing 8. Something disastrous happens.
You can get the force and 7. So.
That's how they're going to play it out. They're going to hope that they force them to 1. 2 or 3 and 7 and steal 8.
They first signaled for the nose hit on this one, and I'd almost be tempted to go after the double if I was Ueno, if they do end up sticking this on the nose.
Yeah, right, because there's no steal in play. Even you can hit roll too, right?
Yeah.
Roll right in front of it.
But looks like Reese-Hansen did end up calling for a bit of an inside roll, so.
You can also freeze to it. If you rock back 12's not going to put you back 8.
Nice little flop. Makes it a lot steeper of an angle, so.
Yeah, they'll just hit and stay now. What's next for your team, Kate?
We're at the Kevin Martin Bonspiel in the Duke next weekend.
Oh.
Then after that, it's playdowns here in Alberta. So see lots of teams here kind of prepping for that event. So there was a good number of Alberta teams here this weekend, kind of getting ready for those. So.
And where do you start?
So there's the 2 Alberta qualifiers are in Coaldale and in Grand Prairie, then followed by the last chance in Red Deer.
Okay.
So
got some options to get there. Yeah, when we were playing, you had to win your club. No, you had to win your club, city, north, and then the province. So we had 4 stages. Or you even got to the Brier. Now teams are going right to the Brier.
It's definitely changed.
Definitely changed. We always found that the Northerns were tough in it, talking about Alberta, because a lot of times the Northerns were out of town. The ice was very, let's say, questionable.
It's definitely interesting playing in kind of the old Northerns and the qualifiers. You do get a little bit of the tour of different Alberta towns and cities. So.
That's one thing I liked about playing out of town. They always treated you really good. They always tried to be good hosts.
Yeah, and that's still the standard. It's like all the towns that I've been to playing in different qualifiers and Northerns and events have always been great. So yeah, excited for those coming up here.
Well, in your opinion, how many ladies teams have a really good chance to win Alberta?
Oh, a lot.
Really?
Yeah, so they switched the Alberta Women's Provincials last year to be the 12-team triple to match the men's, and 5 of which are kind of auto-qualified based on CTRS and Alberta Tour points. And a good number of those teams are, like, almost anyone could win it. And then even then out of the qualifiers, there's still some good contenders. So really it's almost whoever's going to show up that week.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, a good, like, just under half the field is probably like almost anyone could take it. So
Oh, wow,
yeah, it
that's
should be a
good.
great event. And then because of the Olympic year, they're combining men's and women's provincials this year.
Oh,
So
okay.
that'll be fun. Lots of curling.
Yeah, you just hope for good ice. That's good ice, good rocks. It's important she stays on this one. Leave the force.
They've been pretty good at the routine hits thus far this end, so.
Yeah, roll a little bit, but she should be all right. Yeah. And on the force.
Nice shot.
Well, Ueno, this is what you wanted when Reese-Hansen decided to force them. Played it very conservative and knew what she'd have her last one. She'd be facing 2. Well, the last time she threw the shot, it was 9.7. She's in her weight this time. Didn't set it very much, so it should be close. Left the curl a little bit more.
Don't seem too concerned.
No,
so.
no, it was 9.6. Very similar weight.
Yep. So.
That's always important too. You think, you know, I threw it good and everything. Why did that one curl so much? Well, weight was a little off, so it's important to hit your weight.
But Ueno forced to 1 to go up 5-2, sorry, against Reese-Hansen here in the final of the Crestwood Showdown. We're going to be heading into the 7th end here pretty quick. And just an update on the men's side. They're still playing the 6th with Goshen's up 8-2 against Hebert. And we will be back shortly.
We've got 7th end action here now. Similar start to 5th end.
Should have a decent amount of rocks in play based on how this is starting up. Ueno calling the tight guard right away, so.
If I'm Reese-Hansen here, I don't, like I say, I don't throw a hit until my third choice. Move things around, freeze the stuff. They run back late or a double.
If Ueno can force Reese-Hansen here to 1, even 2, they're still in a really good situation. So kind of expect them to probably bail early as well.
They're going around. This has a big finish to it, so you think it's a get by a lot. No, it's going to finish.
Yeah. You can ride that center line for a minute, but as it comes off like it is here, it's really curling.
On the guard.
Just clips it.
But roll to a nice spot.
It's a pretty useful position.
And he's still got 2 guards and a rock in the rings.
Put the pressure on and just come down to your 1 top 4 on the button.
Lots of room right now on this one.
Going for the curl.
There it goes. Pretty good sweep in there.
Clocked a 15 on that. So even out wide, the weight seems to be holding up pretty good on the ice here today.
But this is a good call. If you got to get one of your 2 buried. If you can get them both buried, even better. They like a back line kind of weight.
Yeah. Definitely want to keep the weight down here to be able to kind of control the rolls more.
Play the roll, you probably need almost hack like this.
Looks like they're kind of calling a control weight somewhere in and around a 10, though, based on the ice.
That's true. Don't hit it perfect, you're going to lose one of your rocks. This is tight up. Yeah, all over the guard.
Loses the shooter.
And again, so if you throw quieter weight, you hit that guard, you roll into the rings.
Hack might have been a more safe weight. I could even a soft board you could probably get away with, but
and that's just learning. You know, years of curling that I've had. You'll see in every situation, you know what kind of weight to throw. For Ueno here, just hit red rocks. Roll in a little bit. More trouble rolling. A little wide, but it's close. That's for the motion.
good shot. Nope. We got handshakes on the men's side with Goshen winning over Team Hebert.
Yeah, Team Hebert's had a pretty good run lately. They've won 2 events.
Yeah. And they're still a junior team, I believe. So, good success still quite young, so that'll be exciting to see for the rest of the season.
Yeah, this was a pretty good field too.
Mm-hmm.
Right, to get to the final in this field, that's good on them.
Fun to watch the rest of their season and junior playdowns and maybe even men's. So
Every time you lose any sporting event, you learn from it. You should learn from it. Why did we lose? I'm not going to do that again. Call that shot. That's a bad call.
yeah. But congratulations to Team Goshen's and good luck at the Olympic qualifiers as well to them.
Yeah, that'll be in Kelowna. Reese-Hansen pretty well had to hit there. They didn't have much. I guess you could have played a wide out, but they're in big trouble in the middle.
Yeah. Angles weren't quite in their favor, so.
Ueno's going to keep the pressure on here. Could peel the center guard, but the pedal to the metal and make them make good shots.
Yeah.
Thinks it's a 3. High goal.
Still in a pretty good position. Takes away any sort of those kind of inside rolls for those taps.
I think you have to make something quiet here.
Yeah. Kind of forced to keep the shooter on a little bit of the wide side.
You haven't got enough guards. Got to get your rock, get a rock buried right now, and then deal with the other rocks later. Ice has been holding up really good here in this game. This is tight.
Just clips it.
Funny how that works sometimes when you're down. You always seem to just take the guard. The other team just gets by. I remember playing Ed Wernick, the greats, Ontario. 1983, we're playing in Calgary. The winner gets 60,000, the loser gets 30. I was playing with Pat Ryan. And 3 or 4 times they just got by the guard all game. I'm going, boy, these guys are lucky. Then after a while you realize, no, that's not luck, that's talent. Then they got up on us, and then the back end were peeling, and they were throwing like heavy boards for the peels. It's just, and then every time they made it perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one of the teams that we really learned from. Ed Wernick and Ed Lukowicz is another one. Russ Howard. I remember we were 1-6 against Russ Howard when we first started out. He just picked us every time they played us. Then after that, we might have lost to them once. Have to learn how to win.
Yep. Try and shuffle things around. Roll behind.
Yeah, make the double roll behind. Then you got a chance. They're going to go around again or peel the corner guard, and you're going to have something.
Yeah, there's an opportunity here.
Yeah, they have to make a shot. They have to make a good shot. They haven't done that for a while.
little big of a roll.
And keep the rocks in play.
Does open it up a little bit for
Until this
Skip's
shot's-
rocks,
Until
but
this shot
yeah.
is finished. They make this shot, it's almost a sure steal. I get one recorder buried here, top 4. This is a big shot here. Make this one. Long way to finishing this game, actually, in this end. See what this one's running for time. We're looking at 14 and a half, 15 all game. Line's pretty good.
Oh, it's going on it hard though.
14-3, so it should be definitely T-line. Yeah.
If anything, over curled a hair, leaves a bit of a,
He's got a sniff.
yeah.
He's got a sniff.
Just come down to and move it, what, like 3 inches?
Yeah, I can't see a 2 here, though. You gotta run one of those corner guards in and hope that the angle on this one is really good. You have to get it by the top one, or actually almost frozen to it, and you can run something into. Doesn't matter what you do here, they're probably going to guard, unless you bounce off or something.
Looks close. Yeah, hair short.
Yeah, now they're in a large amount of blue. Kate, they're calling you. They're calling you to the office, Kate, please.
Oh. No, not quite the president. No, not the president of the Crestwood Curling Center. That would be Robert Shaw. I think they need him to sign some checks. So.
Giving away some money. How do you guys divvy up your money if you win money in an event?
Our team?
Yeah. Pay it right away? Do you wait?
No, we like kind of keep our team pool of money a team account, and so kind of that all pays our expenses, and then if there's any surplus or deficit at the end of the season, it gets divided up then. So makes it a little bit easier as opposed to countless e-transfers back and forth every week. So I think that's becoming more and more common with teams these days. Yeah. And if it's not necessarily like a dedicated bank account, it's kind of one person is the team treasurer and you get a nice little spreadsheet going. So
everybody usually had their job. My job was booking the hotels and flights.
I'm we're not doing too much travel that requires flights, but I'm hotels and entry fees. So you darn well know I triple checked, quadruple checked to make sure we were registered for play downs and things. And
Oh, this is out there a little bit. Oh, beautiful shot.
really good shot there.
And that's going to be handshakes, I would think. So there's not much you can do here. Can't score, I don't think.
You run the corner in?
Make the triple. You get one, the top 8 one.
I was like, he could probably kill 2, but I don't know if he can get shot. We got all the fans behind the glass calling for the slash, the in-off, run the corner.
Lots of options, and they're all bad.
So.
Yeah, I think it'll be shake a paw after this shot. The Velcro shuffle. I always remember one of the guys we played with, he said a lot of times, like back in the day, you go into an event and it'd be a triple knockout, but you always had dinner Saturday night, right?
Yeah.
The host club would have a dinner Saturday night. And if you lost your first 3 and you're out of it, he would always say, yeah, 3 and a meal again.
Oh, looks like we're going for the triple run triple.
Nothing to it. Get this one ready for replay. But this is made. Be a candidate for shot of the year.
Close. Over curling a hair.
Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, good try.
Yeah, make contact with a bunch.
It's a
and that is handshakes.
steal of 2 and handshakes. So Team Ueno winning 7-2 over Team Reese-Hansen here at the Crestwood Showdown. Thank you so much to all of our viewers and of course the staff, and the volunteers, the countless number of volunteers here that have helped make this event possible here at the Crestwood Curling Center. And thanks to Don for commentating with me today.
Thank you, Kate. That was a pleasure.
It's been a great game, great day. So, and thank you. And I guess everyone can start preparing for, what is it, Cyber Monday shopping tomorrow?
Yeah. Get it on.